This might be hard to hear, but unfortunately, it's true. And that is, the world is filled with toxic people. Always has been, always will be. The good news is, we're going to give you some easy ways to better deal with those toxic people for your own well-being and happiness. So please keep watching. Truth on Command presents 15 easy ways to deal with toxic people. Number 1. Set limits. Complainers and negative people are bad news. They flounder in their problems, and they want others to join in so they can feel better about themselves. But there's a fine line between lending a sympathetic ear and getting drawn into their negative, emotional spiral. You can avoid this by setting limits and keeping your distance when necessary. Number 2. Establish boundaries. You must control the chaos. Think rationally about when and where you have to put up with a difficult or toxic person, and when you don't. If you let things happen naturally, you'll find yourself constantly embroiled in difficult conversations. So set boundaries to decide when and where you'll engage a difficult person. Number 3. Ignore in some cases. A toxic individual craves attention all the time. Even when it's an occasion to celebrate another person or their accomplishments, they will get loud and they will interrupt the other people. This is the time to ignore them. Number 4. Don't share secrets with gossipers. Toxic people will share deep secrets with others just to seem momentarily interesting. If you meet somebody who does this, do not be fooled into thinking they are gossiping with you because they like you or trust you. They will just as easily betray your trust next. Number 5. Recognize and ignore insults. Toxic people love to insult others, and they do this in subtle ways, such as disguising insults with compliments. Classic passive-aggressive behavior. Don't play their game. Just recognize it and then ignore it. Number 6. Allow liars to trip themselves up. Toxic people will often lie compulsively, not just to others, but to themselves. They will often perform mental gymnastics to convince themselves their lies are reality, but their lies are actually very hard to keep up. So allow the liars to expose themselves over time by contradicting themselves with other lies. Number 7. Don't fall prey to pity. Toxic people use pity as another form of manipulation. Intelligent people are able to recognize self-pity and the unique way it's used by toxic people. Avoiding self-pitying people and refusing to justify their apathy will stop you from being sucked into their world of self-instigated failure. Number 8. Stand up to bullies. Toxic people prey on anybody they consider to be weak. They bully and take advantage of anybody who they think won't stand up to them. So it's crucial to stand up to bullies, not just for yourself, but for the others around you. Number 9. Stay aware of emotions. You can't stop someone from pushing your buttons if you don't recognize when it's happening. And maintaining emotional distance requires awareness. When it comes to dealing with a toxic person, it's very important to assess and know your emotional state. This way, you can avoid contact rather than being pushed into a reaction you will later regret. Number 10. Focus on solutions, not problems. Toxic people are often the first to place blame when something goes wrong. They do this because it's very easy to hate stuff and blame people, but much harder to take responsibility and make changes. Intelligent people will dodge the power of a toxic person by looking for a solution to the problem, rather than just focusing on the guilty party. Number 11. Squash negative self-talk. Sometimes you absorb the negativity of other people. There's nothing wrong with feeling bad about how someone is treating you, but your self-talk can either intensify the negativity or help you move past it. Best to make a conscious effort to avoid negative self-talk at all costs. Number 12. Spend time with loyal friends. It's important to develop a strong network of loyal, trustworthy people. True friendship and fidelity is one of the rarest and most valuable commodities you will ever have in life. So don't allow this to be corrupted by toxic, negative, and untrustworthy people. Number 13. Don't waste energy on pointless conflict. Some toxic people have a need to start pointless conflict. Even worse, there is often no point to the arguments they start. Your best response is to simply disengage or to ignore their attempts altogether. Number 14. Stay goal-orientated. Toxic people can be very distracting. They can cause you to lose mental and emotional focus when they create drama or cause problems. Do your best to shake it off and steer things back to your goal or the problem that needs to be solved. Number 15. Remember the right to be happy. It is fully within your rights to be a happy person. It's impossible to ignore what other people think of you, but you don't have to compare yourself to others, and you can always take other people's opinions with a grain of salt. This way, no matter what toxic people are thinking or doing, your self-worth comes from within.
Okay, now that you know how to deal with toxic people, it's time to learn how to deal with evil people. So it's absolutely critical you watch this next video right now. Please watch this next video right now while everything is still fresh in your mind. Please watch this next video right now. We'll see you there.